Hey friends, welcome to my video number 2. In the last lecture we spoke about communication and from where it has been originated. I just gave you kind of glimpse that how is the whole process of communication involving 5 important elements. Let us take a closer view of this. To start with the whole two-way process of communication cycle, we have 5 elements in all. To begin with, the first element is sender, which is also known as encoder, and sometimes we also call that person as transmitter. Now this transmitter will not communicate all of a sudden. It will communicate with certain intention, with certain need, and it will put his message into proper words. Now when this message is put into the proper words, he is to select the proper media or the channel by which he can reach his receiver. Now receiver is also known as decoder, and this whole process of putting the message into words by the sender is known as the process of encoding. And the process of the receiver by which he or she is trying to give the reply back to the sender in the form of feedback is known as decoding. Let me give importance of all these 5 elements one by one. When we are talking about sender has to do his or her role very responsibly and carefully. Sender will select the words properly and will put the message in the proper way. Every effective message should have certain important 4 C's. The first C is when you are talking about clarity. The message has to be clear enough to be understood by the receiver. It has to be complete in all the ways to be understood by the receiver. It has to be also concise. The message should not be very lengthy and ambiguous. It has to be concise, and at the same time the message has to be courteous. Now when the message is having these all 4 important C's, then there is role of media. Media is the way by which the sender is reaching to his receiver. It has to be very judiciously and carefully selected. The simple media can be in the form of written communication. It can be an oral message, it can be gestures, it can be actions and whatnot. Now again, when you're talking about the role of the receiver, that is decoder, has to very carefully analyze and interpret what message has come from his sender. He has to understand that, and very carefully he has to give the response or the reply back to his sender, and this is known as feedback. Feedback is the most important part, or it is also known as the backbone of communication cycle. If the backbone of communication cycle is not there, probably the whole chain will collapse. Let us take one small example to understand this whole process of communication cycle in a proper way. For example, if a sender wishes to ask for a pen from a receiver, then the sender will not all of a sudden talk about the pen. Obviously, when the need has arisen, so only he will try to put the message, do you have a pen? The message will be, suppose if the receiver is very near to sender, will be a simple oral communication. If the receiver is very far from the sender, on the last bench or something like that, and he is on the first bench, then probably he will pass a chit or something like that. That can be written communication. Probably he will put it in the form of gestures or actions, and this way he will reach to his receiver. Media has to be very appropriately selected. If you not judiciously select the media, the whole process of communication will become ineffective. Mind it. Now when the receiver is getting that message, if at all he doesn't respond well, then again the whole communication process becomes ineffective. Since we have spoken about the backbone of the communication process, that is feedback, one has to remember that feedback can be positive feedback. It can be also a negative feedback. For example, if Ajay is asking for a pen from Vijay, and Vijay says, yes, I have a pen, then it will be positive feedback. But if Vijay says, no, I don't have a pen, it will be negative feedback. It is not at all essential that feedback will be all the time positive. It can be negative also. But remember friends, positive feedback will always encourage the sender, whereas the negative feedback will discourage the sender. Feedback is a continuous process. Even when a teacher is explaining something to the students and the students are continuously nodding their head, that is also a kind of feedback. That is non-verbal. Sometimes the feedback can be verbal, sometimes it can be non-verbal. So this is how is the whole process of two-way cycle of communication. Now what is the difference between two-way and one-way and other topics we will see in my upcoming video. Hope you all are understanding and enjoying. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.